Let's keep the ball on
For
the
sure, for
on the
sure.
ground. Help the backup quarterback
Mm-hmm.
out, whether whoever that is. Well, of course they say Cooper Rush now, but we hoping it's later. It's later. That's later. but yeah, like
Y'all funny.
just make
Y'all funny.
sure whatever quarterback suits up as the guy. Let's just make sure you help them out by doing what works. And I feel like in that Atlanta Falcons game, it showed when you run the ball, we will be in the game. That's it.
Welcome to another session with them Dennis Boys. You got your boy B.
Debo.
EJ.
Come to talk about a little preview to this NFC rivalry that we got coming up in Week 10 with the Eagles. What you guys think this is going to shape up to, man? We're in turmoil, and they're starting to trend up. So,
Hey,
what's the outlook?
well, I just feel like our outlook probably won't change unless the coaching changes in terms of just putting some grit into these boys, man. I just really feel like that's what we was missing in the last game. These boys ain't fighting. You got to try to find a light to light under them some kind of how. So that's really what's going to take. I would keep the same method in trying to run the ball with Rico. Try to work Dowdle in there. Not Dowdle. Sorry, Dalvin Cook in there. Try to get him going too. I feel like he showed a little flash, but they called a holding call. So
But
that
no, Dowdle deserved to get the first knock though. He been
no
running
for
that ball
sure,
really well.
But
Yeah,
give him a 1-2 knockout punch. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep the ball
for sure, for
on the
sure.
ground. Help the backup quarterback
Mm-hmm.
out, whether whoever that is. Well, of course they say Cooper Rush now, but we hoping it's later. It's later. That's later. but but yeah, like
Y'all funny.
just make
Y'all
sure
funny.
whatever quarterback suits up as the guy. Let's just make sure you help them out by doing what works. And I feel like in that Atlanta Falcons game, it showed when you run the ball, we will be in the game. That's it.
Personally, I think if we would take, and I'm not gonna make no obnoxious predications based on, they say, past performance and no indication of future results. I'm not gonna make any crazy predictions here, but what I will say is that I think if we take the best of the last three games in terms of our philosophy and what we're trying to accomplish, the things that were successful for us. I think if we take the things we've done, the last three games that has worked, and formulate a game plan for the Eagles, I won't say we'll beat them, but I think it will be a competitive game. Um, I like to see us stick with the run game, like you guys were saying. Rico Dowdle is proving that he's our guy as it stands
Mm-hmm.
now. I would also like to see him in tandem and give Dalvin Cook a few more carries while we're there. I don't think he really got a good chance the other day to show what he could do. I still think he still has something in the tank, and I like to see him get those opportunities. But make no mistake about it, Dotto is our man.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we're going with a quarterback who's familiar with the Eagles. He's beaten the Eagles before. Granted, he's a backup. I'm hoping that his play will light a fire in us where Dak hasn't been able to in recent games. When I say light a fire in us, I mean with the players in terms of this being something different, trying something new. Maybe their attitude will change as far as the game is concerned, and they'll give a little more effort and play for him. So I think if we do those things, we'll be in the game with Philadelphia. And who knows what can happen when you're in the game with the team.
Right.
That's real. With Cooper Rush at the helm, we can expect things to be a little more fundamentally sound. We can expect things to be more balanced for sure. As he came in, he did drive down and get a score for us. So it's going to be more consistent. I can definitely anticipate that, and I think that will rub off on everyone else. We just got to hope the line can sustain and hopefully improve upon their performance thus far in the season. Um, Hopefully they do start with the run. Let the run build things up, and then we'll play off the play action and get Cooper Rush going. Let him build his confidence and get back in the flow of things like he did once before. Defensively, I expect Zimmer to be dialing up a lot of blitz, man. Won't have anything to lose. You should be coaching desperate at this point in the season based on our current situation. So, and we're lacking, stopping the run consistently. So the only way to combat that is by bringing pressure elsewhere if your front four is not getting it done. So he's going to have to call this game really aggressive, or Saquon's going to run, circles around our defense all night. As far as containing Jalen Hurts, his legs really haven't been a factor much as it used to be in the past, I guess, based on the system that they're running. So I really don't expect him to really kill us with his feet. A.J. Brown potentially being out with a hamstring, that could really hurt them. They're definitely not the same without him. Devontae is a dominant receiver in his own right, but with A.J. out there, they really, really are tough to stop. That Jalen has his pick of the litter. But offensively, man, I hope we can maintain and defense can hold it down and not, let them just gash us all game. The line, offense can sustain long drives, get some points on most of them. We could have a chance. You never know. Like Dad was saying, the team could be refreshed when you got a change at the helm at the quarterback
And
position.
plus we're supposed to be getting Parsons and Bland back this week. So who knows? That's something else because we've been struggling in the secondary out there. So we get a little bit more pressure. We got two players that get pressure up front and can guard in the back. So hey, we don't know.
Oh, Bland definitely will be a major upgrade. He will be a major bonus for us. That should really help out the edges to get to the quarterback. He's really nice out there, man. And they've been working with him the last couple of weeks, so I hope he's close to 100% when he does hit the field. I don't know what to expect from Trayvon, but hopefully he can get better and get more comfortable with that calf. But right now, he looks like a shell of himself, for real, for real.
Yeah.
But at least it'll be some more help for Overshawn, in terms of not having to be all over the field and get some assists out there.
True.
We but like you said earlier, the key point is tackling. You know, we can tackle and get some pressure on Hurts. Now Hurts is known to turn that ball over,
Yeah.
so we can get him out there and when he starts doing that, he starts to run more. So it's even more important for us to be sure on our tackles, and we got to keep a spy on him. If we don't, we ask him for trouble. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, for sure. Um, Saying we said all that, what do you guys predict this game score is going to be this week?
Well, my prediction, I'm gonna give two predictions. Like I said last week, if we just stick to the script and change things around, run the ball, play defense, when we do get the turnovers, when we can capitalize some kind of how. For some reason, I feel like Rush might be the better look because he's gonna look at every receiver. He gonna capitalize on every situation. He's not gonna turn the ball over for the most part. I can see us winning the game. I wouldn't say it would be high scoring, but I would say 2017. But on the flip side of that, if we don't do none of that and we continue to turn the ball over and just don't bring the energy, don't have no fire about us, then I can see us losing the game maybe 31-14, 31-17, something like that in those lines.
Hmm.
I'm gonna cut through some of that stuff that Devin was just saying, and all I'm gonna say is that the margin of victory will be within 4 points, win or lose.
That's how you leaving it?
That's how I'm leaving it.
All right. Man, the game gonna be close. I can see it being within. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a one possession game. I'm just hoping that we come back with some type of fire and a refresh. Raleigh right behind Cooper Rush and make something happen, man. But Eagles, they trending up, and if AJ Brown play, I think that would be the determining factor.
That means we finna lose. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Give it to him.
Because they got Saquon. Saquon is
Gotta
going to be the
Saquon.
difference, and we can't stop any elite running back. So they going to beat us softly and slowly. It's going to be probably like a 24-13 game. But
24-13.
like I said, Cooper Rush is well liked in the locker room, and if they wasn't feeling that, they were like I said, if they wasn't feeling that signing, it could reunite the whole locker room.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows? We could take off. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? I don't know. But I'm going to go with 24-13 Eagles over the Cowboys.
I think the coaching staff is going to probably call a different game for Cooper Rush than they would call for Dak.
But why?
I don't know.
Here we go. Here we go.
Why?
Here we go.
What's different?
Hey,
he gonna run more?
Hey, nah, he don't open the gate now. Why? Hey, explain yourself now. I gotta hear this.
Please.
I just feel that they're gonna call a different game for Cooper Rush than they would call for Dak. I don't have a reason. I just feel that way.
I think you just don't want to say. You don't want to backtrack on what you've been saying for weeks.
I know what you're trying to get me to say too.
Keep it real.
Hey,
100.
Yeah, one thing I can tell you, your eyes don't lie to you, and I feel like you're starting to see it. But you don't want to admit it.
Come on over here.
Yeah.
What am I admitting?
Come on over. Yeah.
What am I supposed to be admitting?
Huh?
What?
Because you feel like if you feel like they call a different game for a backup quarterback than your starting quarterback, then you see something that you don't want to admit to.
Well, there's two ways to look at that now. There's two reasons that they can call it the truth.
Listen, before you say what you're
I don't know the truth. I'm just telling you. Before
you say what you're going to say, you can't simplify the game no more than what we already done simplified the game with our starting quarterback. So therefore, you can't call
I didn't say it was going to simplify. I did not say they were going to simplify the game.
I'm just saying.
I just said that I think they'll call a different game for Cooper Rush than they call for Dak Prescott.
It's probably going to be more runs. Cooper's going to check out more things and run the ball more than Dak would, which is smart.
Mm-hmm. In which we will see
You'll
more
see.
success.
You for sure.
So I'm actually looking forward to this game,
week,
y'all. I'm looking real forward to this game.
Probably just because of what I just said.
Hey, as I said in our Dallas chat,
you're probably looking forward to the next broadcast more than the game.
Hey, as I said in our Dallas chat, I told y'all when they said that Dak was down for 4 weeks minimum, I said, you know what? I'm cool with that. I'm gonna tell you why. Because now we get to identify the real problem. We get to identify the real problem in these 4 weeks.
Yep. We get to see if it's Dak or not. But if things tick up, we know the common denominator of the problem.
But if we got the status quo,
because Floyd Noah was in there last game, all them boys was in there. All them got targets last game.
Mm-hmm.
So
that was just for a few minutes though. That ain't the whole game.
We'll see though. Like Cooper Rush gonna put it to the test, and if he don't, like I said, it's gonna get us close to getting Trey up in there.
Hey, I hope he does great. I hope he wins the damn game. But in the event, I just want to go on record.
I'm open. However it go. I win either way.
That's it.
But that's not necessarily so. You may not.
In my eyes,
You win.
yes, sir.
Mm,
Yes, sir. Hey,
boy. Hey, I don't know if I'm looking forward to the next broadcast more than I'm looking forward to the game.
hey, you got a lot to look forward to. Either way, it's all entertainment, baby.
For
But
sure.
hey,
It is.
appreciate y'all joining us for these sessions here. Y'all keep liking, subscribing, and commenting, supporting us, man. We appreciate everything y'all do for us. Until next time.
4 points, one way or the other.